Hello and welcome to all you Cancerians. This is your monthly horoscope for March of 2022. It's the grand finale, especially the first week of the month. It's for all of us in a specific area of our life. And I've been talking about this over and over again for the Cancerians that yes, there's a lot happening in your relationship sector. So your seventh house, which is your opposite sign of Capricorn, that has been traffic jams and all of that. So a lot of activity. And I've been talking about that, I think already from the end of November, certainly December, January has been a time for you where you have been at least reevaluating one relationship, one significant relationship. Even if you are single, there must have been someone there that catches your eye or caught your eye, and that you're thinking about who you are and who they are in a relationship, and what you want and what you desire and what they desire and what do they want, and how you can change that, and what is quite a permanent change that you need to do, because Pluto is there, and Pluto has to do with deconstruction in order so you can reconstruct. It's the Bob the Builder energy for sure. Capricorn is a builder. It wants to build. And if you are a builder, you know very well that before you want to build something new and renovate, you have to, if you start from scratch and you deconstruct first very, very well, you are going to be a better builder. Because if you have to build upon, old stuff and it might look good at the surface, but it's going to break down. Anyway, this analogy is so significant for you when it comes to relationships. So there have been cracks in relationships, for sure, but that's okay. A lot of people, they put their heads in the sand, but you don't. You don't put your head in the sand. You look at it, you face your shadows. And of course, others, they have to do the same, but if they don't, well, it's not up to you. You have to do you. They have to do them. You can't take on their karma. I mean, that's too heavy load on your shoulders. And so what's happening now in March is Venus and Mars together with Pluto. So now it's about taking action. Now it's not about reassessing, thinking about what are your values, what do you think is important in a relationship, what is not so important in a relationship, what can you handle, what can't you handle, what is significant for you for the rest of your life, what is not so significant, and what is like, oh yeah, that's not so important for me or for them. And it's really about the balance that you're trying to take here. And now, especially the first week, it's like a windfall. It's like, there's action involved here. So it's not about thinking anymore. It's about doing. And Venus and Mars are going to be together for the rest of the month. So already in January, if you're watching this at February, sorry. If you're watching this at the end of January or the beginning of February, this is already happening in February, Mars and Venus together in Capricorn. So they want to reconstruct, they want to rebuild, they want to put new narratives into your head when it considers a relationship. And those new ideas are going to be put into action now the first week, as I said, of March, because Mars and Venus are together with Pluto, which is about dying and rebirth. And yes, some relations, they are gonna go. But it's only a small percentage of you Cancerians, because it's about the relationship that is already dead, right? You can't just make alive something that has died, right? But for a lot of you, and most of you, it's going to be about a transformation, about the relationship. It's never going to be business as usual anymore. That is impossible, because you have changed so much, and so did the other person. So when you are in a relationship, there's definitely something that needs to be restored, that needs to be reviewed, you can't just put things under the carpets anymore. You have to face it. And the sooner you see that, the better, because then it gives you freedom. And it's going to be a new platform, so to speak, a new way of working on the relationship, of being in the relationship. And that's good for both of you. And for others, of course, who are single, wow, this is an amazing week. The first week of March can really be like one of the biggest weeks of your life, because it has to do with encountering someone that you desire fully, but it is also so intense and it is also so real. And it is also, when something is intense and real, but also feels good, what else do you need, right? It is so very practical and so realistic. So enjoy that. It's certainly not a time for the Cancerians to be lighthearted, to jump from one flower to another. It's not that time. It's about real business. It's about talking about business. It can be a business partner as well. That there is a very, there's passion involved. You have the same passion and you want to go somewhere. It's a very good week to have that. It's, and to establish that. So for relationships, a lot of you are on a crossroad. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna to the left or to the right? So for a lot of people, it's about the choice that they have to make. It's not an easy one, but once you did it, you're gonna feel so free, and it's like no way back. And so yeah, I really like this energy for you Cancerians, although it is very heavy. It is very, but there is lightness as well, with a lot of energy in your ninth house, with Mercury there, the Sun there, Jupiter there. The ninth house is the house of travel. If, for some of you, it's travel. For others, it's about, studying, reading, going to the movies, going to some cultural event, traveling in the mind, or literally, basically. It's about new mindset. And that's, and that gives you a lot of hope. So, having said that, all the best to you, dear Cancerians. Thank you for watching, and bye-bye.